Elsa's Journey, the Ice Sculpture. The pool's surface froze completely as Elsa received Pocahontas's message in her ice palace, high in the North Mountain. Before her stood a massive ice sculpture, as tall as the palace's central chamber, its crystalline surface catching and reflecting the aurora that danced overhead. Within its intricate depths, the eighth shard of the star crystal pulsed, with a warm light that contrasted beautifully with the cool blues of the ice. Olaf waddled up beside her, his personal flurry swirling excitedly. "Wow, it's like a giant snowflake made of smaller snowflakes, and inside those are even tinier snowflakes," he exclaimed, pressing his carrot nose against the sculpture's base. "But the glowy thing inside makes it look like it's full of summer." The sculpture was unlike anything Elsa had created herself. Its patterns were impossibly complex, each facet telling part of a story about the balance between warmth and cold, light and shadow, power and restraint. The shard at its heart seemed to be both imprisoned by and in harmony with the ice around it. "This isn't just about using my powers," Elsa mused, walking around the sculpture to study it from every angle. "It's about understanding them." She had learned long ago that her magic was neither good nor bad. Its nature depended entirely on how she wielded it. As she circled the sculpture, she noticed how the shard's light played through the ice, creating rainbow patterns that danced across the palace walls. Each pattern seemed to respond to her movements, shifting and changing as if trying to communicate something important. Olaf followed her, leaving tiny snowman-shaped footprints in his wake. "Maybe it's like a puzzle," he suggested brightly. "You know, like how some things only work when you look at them from just the right angle, like how clouds look like bunnies, but only if you tilt your head and squint a little." Elsa smiled at her friend's insight. The sculpture wasn't meant to be broken or forced. It needed to be understood. She began to use her powers in small, precise ways, creating delicate ice crystals that mimicked the sculpture's patterns. Each attempt taught her something new about how the magic within the ice behaved. "The shard isn't trapped in there," she realized, watching how her test crystals interacted with the sculpture's light. "It's teaching us about harmony." The way the warm light of the shard played through the cold ice created something more beautiful than either element could achieve alone. With this understanding, Elsa began her work in earnest. Instead of trying to break through the ice or melt it away, she started to enhance the sculpture's existing patterns. Her magic flowed through the structure, adding new layers of complexity that worked in concert with the original design. The challenge required more finesse than she had ever needed before. Each addition had to be perfect. Too much power would overwhelm the delicate balance. Too little would fail to make any change at all. Olaf watched in wonder as Elsa's magic wove through the sculpture like threads of starlight, each new pattern building upon the last. Hours passed as she worked, her concentration never wavering. The aurora overhead seemed to respond to her efforts, its colors intensifying and swirling in harmony with her magic. The ice palace itself began to hum with a subtle resonance as the sculpture's patterns grew more complex and beautiful. Finally, Elsa added the last pattern, a series of snowflake crystals that spiraled inward toward the shard. As the final piece fell into place, the entire sculpture began to glow from within. The ice became transparent as pure water, then seemed to dissolve into millions of tiny sparkling points of light, leaving the shard floating gently in the air. When Elsa caught the shard in her hands, she felt no conflict between its warm light and her cold magic. Instead, they complemented each other perfectly, creating a harmony that made her palace shine with new colors she had never seen in ice before. The remaining crystals from the sculpture drifted through the air like diamond dust, eventually settling into new formations throughout the palace. Each new crystal caught both the aurora's light and the shard's glow, transforming the entire palace into a celebration of the balance between warm and cold magic. Olaf danced through the falling crystal light, his flurry picking up tiny sparkles as he moved. "It's like winter and summer decided to have a party together," he exclaimed joyfully, "and everyone's invited." That evening, as the aurora painted the sky in celebration, Elsa used a mirror of pure ice to contact Moana. The surface rippled like ocean waves as she spoke. "The 8th shard dances with ice and light, Moana. The heart of the ocean calls for its chosen wayfinder."
Subscribe now and step into a new story where fairy tales come with a twist.